Hello, I'm Luke with the MLabs business development team. MLabs is a smart contract and blockchain R&D consultancy building on Cardano and cross-chain. In Cardano, we've worked with a number of large dApps, DeFi, NFT, and otherwise. And we also worked with IOG for infrastructure and tooling projects. So today I'm here to talk to you about our Project Catalyst Fund9 project called the Developer Documentation Drive, which, as the name suggests, was meant to improve documentation throughout the Cardano ecosystem. So this is important for essentially improving best practices, improving the developer onboarding experience, making life easier, and most importantly, cutting costs and the time to bring good, high-quality dApps live on chain. So I thought I might cut to some of the repos we touched on for this project and sort of walk through them and I guess see you guys on the other side.
We were unable to cover some projects to the extent we initially aspired, and some we were unable to cover at all. However, we are proud to report that we made significant improvements to the knowledge base of several projects. In total, throughout our documentation drive, we touched upon 6 main projects or components, edited over 150 existing files, and produced numerous other pages from scratch. Let me share a brief overview of our main accomplishments. Plutarch, the documentation of which you are seeing on screen, is a typed EDSL for writing UPLC, and our team has been busy updating and expanding its documentation to reflect recent upgrades, as well as adding hosting via GitHub pages. We've added explanation to type definitions and the design decisions surrounding them. Additionally, we outlined how newer Plutarch terms can be used and explained various internal mechanics. Moreover, we made sure the existing tutorials are compatible with our CI. Also, we touched on Plutip, a Cardano testing tool for spawning local clusters. We've made significant updates to the README, expanded the explanation of the Cardano wallet dependency, and covered advanced network setups. We also added a description of CLI options and expanded the coverage of local clusters, including examples. To provide a comprehensive overview of the project, we also composed a detailed project summary. Moving on, we have the Cardano Transaction Library, a pure script library for building Cardano smart contract transactions. We've expanded the documentation coverage of Plutip integration and provided a deeper explanation of the limitations of Plutip testing. Furthermore, we fixed configuration options to ensure a smooth user experience. Next is Aurora, a pipeline tool for filtering Cardano blockchain events. We've supplemented the existing documentation in the existing repo, going into great detail about event predicates. We further touched upon event variants and data types by adding descriptions. Additionally, we've covered metadata details to provide a comprehensive understanding of Aurora. Scrolls provides a read-optimized cache of Cardano on-chain entities. In the documentation we covered the usage of swarm mode and provided explanations for advanced options. We've also made improvements to the installation instructions, ensuring a smooth setup process. Finally, we also covered several Cardano components, which includes Cardano API, Cardano CLI, and more. In our documentation, we've provided detailed instructions on transaction creation via Cardano CLI. We've also addressed submitting transactions against script addresses and explained the significance of errors. Additionally, we reviewed how Cardano API sees and handles UTXOs. Our key achievement has been our ability to cover the majority of tools we laid out in our original proposal. We set out to improve document usability and reduce developer onboarding time. We have received positive feedback from our internal developers on the increased clarity surrounding the documented projects. Despite the familiarity of our team members with the tooling and components for our dev documentation drive, we learned that creating effective documentation is far from trivial. It required significant time, attention, and coordination. Often, our authors needed direct consultation from those actively using the tools to understand their capabilities, limitations, and other important details. Documentation is an ongoing responsibility of application and tool developers. While the official dev documentation drive has come to a close, MLabs will continue to review and edit documentation to improve the developer onboarding process. We may even revive the documentation drive in the future if there is significant demand, and likely pursue Catalyst funding again. We hope that our efforts are appreciated by the community and that, over time, the collective effort of community members can further improve the documentation ecosystem and the developer onboarding experience.